All right, YouTube. This is a maiden voyage of the Sea Eagle Packfish 7. Just got this a couple days ago. Haven't done much with it other than just fill it up at home and sit inside it. My son really likes it, thinks it's a big giant toy, which basically it is. So this is the first time we've got it out on the water. All I've packed is one little tackle bag, and I've got 2 rods, much less than I usually take on my kayak. I did empty out the bag and put some of my small little internal tackle boxes in the storage pouches, the big orange storage pouches on the left and right hand side. I'm thinking bringing the bag is probably a bad idea. Don't want things to get too wet. Getting in and out right here, especially since it's so muddy. I'm gonna try and get out of my sandals as I'm getting in, and then kind of splash them off before I bring them in with me. So that'll be a little precarious situation, but anyway, we're gonna get out on the water. This is the maiden voyage. Sandal number 2. Push off and get the oar through the oar lock here. And compared to the kayak, this is actually feeling kind of comfortable. My kayak is pretty comfy as well, but the seat on this inflates just like the rest of the boat. It's got 2 bladders in the seat, one for the back, one for the bottom of the seat. All right, oaring is going to be quite a bit different. Wow, it turns on a dime. This is gonna take some getting used to. I'm gonna have to move this bag. My original assumption about bringing the bag was about it not being a good idea is correct. Need a little more leg room. With my knees sticking up, it's difficult to get the paddle going. Let's give it a few casts, see what happens. Right into the tree. Great. Water levels come down quite a bit. This spot right here is a lot shallower than I was expecting. Probably spending more time than I really should right here. But this has been a good spot in the past. If I don't at least cast on it a few times, I wish I had by the time I'm heading out. Paddling is a heck of a lot easier if you don't rush it. On the kayak, single kayak paddle with blades on both ends, I can kind of work that thing kind of hard. But my kayak is 12 feet long. Tracks better than this does when paddling. Now there isn't really any breeze right now. I can't tell how it would do with wind, but sitting in one spot, it doesn't drift very much. There are 4 little keel strips on the bottom, 2 in the front, 1 on each side, and 2 in the back, 1 on each side. They're designed to keep this thing straight in the water, or at least help. So far they seem to do a decent job. I'm liking these oars a lot more. I was going shallow with them earlier, kind of slapping the water a little bit, like I'd never been on a boat before, or kayak. These I got to be a little more careful to get them down deep. And just gently go about my business. That's way better. So, the Packfish 7. What do I think of it? Well, I'm happy with my purchase. It's a pretty good little boat. It fits real nice in the back of my truck. And if I was driving around with the tailgate up, nobody would ever know it's there. I got this with the intention of it being a pond boat, and I would say it's well suited for that. If I had to go on a bigger body of water, they advertise this thing as going out on the ocean and stuff like that. I don't know. The paddling seems a little bit awkward. I'm used to the kayak with the kayak style paddle. Oaring around with the 2 oars. The rubber grips on them have a tendency to roll up a little bit, and they have a tendency to get caught on the oar locks. I'm going to have to figure out something to do with that. Maybe something as simple as putting a hose clamp on there so the oars don't advance up inside the oar locks. But other than that, I like it. The seat is really nice for something that's compact and inflatable. Easy to store, easy to travel with. However, I went oaring around for about 3 hours, and it was a little bit of a strain on my back. Granted, I have a bad back, but I get around okay. I could see wanting to put in a small stadium seat or something like that. So coming up with a solution for the oars and maybe a small narrow stadium seat, if I can find something that fits, might be upgrades that I'll do in the future. Having the poles sitting in front of me is a little bit weird. I have to be real careful about casting. I have a tendency to move them from side to side. I do have cork handles on the poles that I brought today. The pole holders are a little bit rough on them. I noticed a little bit of chafing on the inside of the pole holders. But other than that, they work fine. I'll probably choose to use ones with a solid blank on them. But anyway, that's the Packfish 7, and I hope you like the review, and tight lines.